All right, everybody, welcome to Sandpatch Raid Monday. All right, so here's the deal. Earlier today, Evan, who's one of the folks on Richard Train Spotter's mod group, was trying out a service using SD40 and was having a really tough time getting the train moving. So I know which service it is. It's this 115, the Q640 service. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go from Cumberland Yard to Rockwood, way up at the top there. So we're going to kind of investigate, see what has to happen in order to get this thing going. We're going to take a look at the back end of the train to see if we have any additional help, which I think we might, but we'll take a look. Okay. I was gonna kind of goof around and do a whole backstory, but where me and I don't even know if we have a second operator in the locomotive with us. You know, we were sitting at the office and the boss came dashing in and said, "Hey, you guys are gonna take this service up to Rockwood, and I don't want to hear anything about it. You're just going to get it done." So we're going to get it done one way or another. So anyway, so we'll get in here. We'll get everything set up. We'll make sure we have banking comms on to make sure that we'll try to remove all the possibilities of our anything that we can do to kind of remove the situation from... Okay, so we're going to get... So all we got to do, we're going to put that generator field on, put that into forward, we're going to put that into freight, we're going to put this on while the other brakes drain, just be on the safe side. Let's see, let's get the ditch lights on. Don't need the dynamic brake. Get the gauge lights on. Just get the front of the headlights on to bright. Rear headlights off or on to dim. We want to make sure this says leader dead. We're also going to go back here, pop open the, let's keep our number lights on, both sides. Devices on. There should be a thing for the radio. Up there it is, radio. There we go. Yep, we got a second operator with us. All right. So we're going to get back in the seat here. Now, let's go outside here, and let's just go to the back end of the train, just to see if we do in fact have... Yep, look at that. All right, so we got 4,400 and 4,400. So we got some serious power at the back end of the train, okay, which is good to know. We're going to go back up here. We're going to turn the banking comms on right there. It'll say banking comm off. We want to turn that on. So that should give us communication with the back two trains. Okay. So if you can hear, release this as well. It's almost okay. So all the brakes should be released. We're starting to go backwards, so we're going to go up to notch... Let's try notch 6 and see if we can get moving. Ta-da! There it is. We're moving. So it's always important. That's one of the things... Oops. Let's go down to notch 3 maybe. So there's a bit of a... We're getting a little bit of wheel slip. Alright, so at 4, I think we're okay. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of a, you just got to get going. So let's just make sure we're not going to get, oops. Wow. Alright, so there's that. We should be good to go the rest of the way out of the yard. Okay. We'll just try to notch 3 just to maintain some velocity here. Alright, so one of the things that's, if we're going to go ahead and just complete the service, because we're already here, we're already going, we're going to make it happen. It's imperative a lot of times to check everything before you get going, because if you don't, there may be things that you're missing that may cause you to not get the locomotive going in a reasonable amount of time. And when you do that, then you're gonna be getting frustrated. One of the great things about Sand Patch Grade, I think, is that it does challenge you to really, it's not just hit the throttle and go. You got to really think about your what you're getting ready to do. What might, what sort of thing might the weather be an impact on your journey, sort of thing. On your service. So it's always a good idea just to kind of check all the stuff and just make sure that you have everything set up, accordingly. Okay. And it's this route can really test your patience. There's no doubt about it. Because sometimes stuff happens that just does not make any sense. So always just go through, check, recheck, double check it, triple check it. It's not a passenger service where you feel like you're pressured to get to the station on time to maintain your action points as high as possible. Okay, so always just take a moment. Look around, look at what you're being given in the service, and see if there's something that there may be some clues that will help you kind of figure out what you need to be doing. And it's hard, and I'm not digging on Evan. Hopefully this helps him out. It's kind of hard to sort out what somebody's doing on, especially Sand Patch Grade or any other service, when you could see, like if he's watching my stream right now or watching the video again later on, you could see everything that I'm doing. But if you're asked, when somebody says, well, can you help me out with this, I'm stuck, it's hard to know where they're at in the process, or what switches they have thrown or not thrown, or it's easy to forget little things. The SD40 is fairly basic. It's not the AC 4400, on the other hand, is a bit more complex because you're using a computer system to set up the brakes, where this is just a very basic sort of thing. I think an SD40 would be probably more suited for switcher duty, maybe, or just putting stuff together. But because we have 2 SD40s, that's not too bad an amount of locomotive power for a mixed freight service. This is a manifest service, but you have tankers, you have these cars, you have some box cars back there, but it's always, certainly an AC 4400 or a Dash 8, that's got more power than an SD40. So it just takes time, it just takes practice. Put the rear lights on her, showing rear back here. Oh well, we don't really need the rear. We got our front lights on. We got our number lights on. So yeah, it just takes time, and you know, it's easy to get frustrated on this route in particular because there's a lot of tonnage that you're trying to move. Sometimes it's a bit challenging, but it's rewarding. I mean, we have 2 SD40s up here, and generally we got moving with little to no fuss. So it just takes time. That's the only thing I can say. It's not. Sometimes it's easy to overlook things. There's nothing about this route needs to be a race, you know. I guess it's just a route to enjoy. So we'll go up to Hyman, we'll go to Mance, we're going to stop somewhere, and I think we'll lose. Once we get up past Mance, I think we're stopping in the 2 AC 4400s will come off the back end of the train there. So, but yeah, so we'll take this journey. We'll complete the whole service. I'm done with class for today. I'm done with you know, don't have class tomorrow because it's our wellness day. So don't have to worry about that. So I will be streaming again tomorrow. We'll start off on the Peninsula Corridor. We're going to do freight on the Peninsula Corridor with the GB38, the Union Pacific livery locomotive. And then we're going to head over to Southeastern High Speed. We're going to do the Class 66. We'll do some freight with the Class 66. That shouldn't take very long to do. And then we'll head over to, I think we did Rursik Nord on Saturday. So we're going to go back to Rursik Nord and do freight service on Rursik Nord. So this is just a bonus. You know, he was talking about it. I like doing these videos because this route is, I think, it's spectacular. It's beautiful. I like the challenge of trying to maybe use what in theory is an underpowered locomotive to complete the service. So that's why I think in this instance we have power at the back end, the 2 AC 4400s to help out, push us up the grade, and then we let them go and we continue on our way to Rockwood. So yeah, I like this sort of challenge. I find it really rewarding to figure it out. You know, most people, you know, like I said, it's easy to get frustrated and, you know, kind of rage quit when it doesn't, things are happening that don't make sense. But, you know, if you come back to this route and just try, you know, work through it, it can be, I think, one of the most rewarding routes in the game. Not a lot of people see it that way, and I get that. But, I think it really is. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, so we'll continue on here. Hopefully everybody's having a good Monday afternoon, evening, whichever the case may be. I'm just gonna do my thing tomorrow, do those services, report them. There'll probably be another, I don't know how long it'll take. I think the one on Peninsula Corridor may take the longest. But we'll see what we come up with. So yeah, we'll get all that done and have a good time doing it. Let everybody here in town know that we're coming through. Get out of the way. Get off the road. Yeah, I had a whole backstory about me and the second operator being off, just chilling, drinking coffee, and trading stories about the sand patch grade and different runs, different services we've been on since we've been working there. Boss comes flying in the room. You two, get your stuff. Get out there. Get these things going. We gotta get this stuff to Rockwood, by God. But Evan's like, hey, I didn't sign up for all that. So, yeah, I was just going to be kind of goofy. Have some fun with it, but that's okay. That's alright. It happens. Let's get the window open. We're going to start gaining a little bit of speed here shortly. I mean, look at that. We got a pretty long train. We're going to cross over here. Alrighty, so we got about 12 miles to Hinman. And we'll go from there to Means. So that should be, let's take a look at the map here. So Hinman should be right up there. Mance is right over here, so our stopping point, I'm going to guess, should be somewhere not long after that, probably right around here, because there's a place we can kind of pull off. So yeah, we're already speeding a little bit. It's going to take seemingly forever to get going on the what do you call it? Get past that 20-mile-an-hour marker. Matter of fact, I would be surprised if we hit the 40 before we hit the 20. And go up in speed. That's the only thing about long trains, because you have to wait till the very last car passes that speed limit marker. So, welcome, Josh. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you enjoy it. Alright, so we got two folks watching now. Thank you both for joining and watching. Oh, wow, that didn't take long. I thought it was going to take longer to pass that 20. Now, one of the things that always kind of boggles my mind is that it seems like this one really powered up, but the SD40 right behind us didn't seem like it. I didn't see any smoke or nothing. Yeah, now we're cooking. So that power was too, well, at least one, if not two SD4s. Yeah. That's nice. Real nice. Alright. My second operator's like, what's this? What's talking about? What's happening? Off the train. I don't know if I want to ride up the mountain with this guy. He's talking craziness over there. Anyway, alright. So yeah, so we're gonna make short work of getting up to England, I hope. So we're there. There's the tail end of the train right there. So yeah, we're doing pretty good now. So yeah, really that's the I think that's the big the biggest thing about this route is it's challenging. And that's what we should want in the game, quite honestly. Is, you know, to have something like this where we have to get the service going and, you know, get up the hill basically. Although it's more than a hill. Get up the grade. So yeah, this, you know, we're gonna, I don't know how long it's gonna take. It says about an hour and a half, but we'll see if that's really true or not. We know already from experience that once we start getting up, once we get past Hinton, that's when things are gonna really start to kind of bog down. We're gonna be at 25 miles an hour. We may kind of start to experience some wheel slip. But it's not snowing, it's not raining, so we should be okay. We've got sand, we can drop that if we need to. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay. So we'll enjoy the trip. What it is. Hopefully, Evan, you know. Watch it all the way through because something may happen. We may learn something else about it. Who knows? So yeah, hopefully everybody enjoys this. I know Josh is watching live right now. Hey Josh. So yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully we'll have some laughs. All that usual good stuff about St. Patrick's Day. We're not gonna talk about. I don't like, because there's people who just dump on St. Patrick's Day. It's too slow, too boring, trains are too long, you know, the usual nonsense. And I don't understand. I mean, what's not to like about this? I mean, I don't know, is it the challenge that scares people, or I don't know what it is. I think it's far easier. And of course, when I first started playing Train Sim World 2020, I didn't know what I was doing at all. I was scared to go fast. I was like, oh I see 1.7 miles, 79 miles an hour. Oh, and I'm doing 90? Oh no, I better slow down now. I don't want to be going. I'd rather be doing 79 now instead of waiting to slow down then. I think I've told this story before, but it bears repeating. So that's the really, I feel that's the beauty of this game. It's, to me, yes, it would be easy to just hop in an ice train or LGV Mediterranean and just go 150, 200 something miles an hour. But the only thing that's challenging about that is making sure you brake in time. And there is some challenge in that. But it's so much more rewarding to haul this massive load of freight up this hill and over the other side. I think. But that's just me. I like that challenge. I'm glad that Evan was, I hate to say this, but it's true. I'm glad Evan was struggling because I'm like, oh, well, let me see if, let me work it out and let's see if it's something that was overlooked. And sometimes that does happen, especially on this route. And I mean, there's stuff I've overlooked on other routes. Part of it is just not, you got to get these routes kind of in a mix. Because if you settle on one, when you finally like, okay, I'm going to go try this one out, and you're like, why isn't anything working? And I know I've talked about this before. I guess I'm just used to repeating myself. But it's it bears repeating. There's nothing to be scared about on this route. If you take your time, enjoy it for what it is. It's not garbage. It's not boring. It's a beautiful route. You got this nice greenery and big hills and mountains and rocks. It's even just as beautiful when it's snowing. It's nice. Now, the other thing too is somebody else pointed this out earlier on Facebook. There's no way we're going to go up to 70. I think it's only supposed to go up to 50, but we're fine. We're fine for right now. We're cruising along. We're okay. We're under 10 miles to Hinman. We've got this nice long stretch here, and then another stretch, and we'll pass our via point. So, yeah, I honestly, Evan, thank you. Thank you for having an issue. I know that sounds terrible, but honestly, I'm glad because it just it gave me an excuse to make a video. But also, if I was struggling with it, then maybe there is an issue if things weren't working like they're supposed to. Then we could have reported that for them to look into. So, that's the other beauty about this game is if somebody else is having a hard time, you can try the same service and see if you run into the same issues. And that way you can confirm or figure out, is there a problem with the game? With this particular route or this particular locomotive. So that's great because then if there is an issue, Dovetail Games, and I think I talked about this on Saturday, they are responsive. If you send in a trouble ticket and give them as much pertinent information as you can, they'll be like, all right, we'll look into it and we'll see if we can kind of recreate what caused this. Anything that whatever, the more information you give them, the better. So sometimes it's not going to result in a fix because they can't recreate what took place that may have caused that particular problem. So anyway, yeah, that's the beauty of this game, I think. And it's a very beautiful game. I mean, it's not perfect, But I'll tell you what, it's a heck of a lot better than some of the other games I've played over the years. And so yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. It's challenging and it's rewarding. Sometimes, not always, but more often than not, this game is very rewarding, I think. Especially this one. This 79 come up, now we're going to 55. That's kind of weird. So we're going to see a slight decrease in speed here. But no, thank you for, I don't know, Josh, if you're still here, or if the other person that was here first, I'm not sure who they are, but thank you for sticking around. Hopefully it's going to be a fun trip up the hill, as I like to call it, up the grade, whichever you prefer. So yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. Throttle's pretty responsive. Those engines are really responsive. Okay, now the other ones come on. Now we're getting smoke from the back too. Maybe because we're going up the slide in. I like it. That's fantastic. Brute force. Force power out the wazoo. Literally, it seems like we're just flying along. It's amazing. But I know it's not going to last forever, because in just under 6 miles, when we pass Infinite, it's going to start getting slow, like the last slow. It's going to be like. Sorry about that. Had a little tickle in the throat. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be really slow, but that's okay. That's how fun it is. I'm gonna break the rule for a while right outside the cab while we're talking. I really want to visit this area, just to see how beautiful it really is. Oh, I want to get hit by the lights. It's right on the very top there. There we go, right here. Oh yeah, look at that view. That's nice. That's a nice view. Right here for right now. I honestly think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am on this one. Oh, we can't see because that plate's in there. I think because we have those two AC 4400s at the back end, we just have all this. I mean, they're pushing. You know, as soon as I say hit the gas, they're hitting the gas too. So we're just getting pushed up this grade like it's almost kind of like it's nothing. Let's put it on here. Yeah, that's a sign. How could you not like that? Something's got to be wrong if you don't like that sound. All that locomotive power. Man. Honestly, I mean, I'm glad you had a problem and I decided to give it a shot and see. I you know, until the semester's over, I won't be able to really do much on sandpiping because it does take quite a long time to do a service. So, no, I'm glad. I'm glad I have the time. I'm glad I'm doing this. I love that challenge. And I'm not claiming to be like a master of sand patch. Like, you know, I can generally kind of figure out what to do and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know everything about it. Contrary to unpopular belief. But, you know, it's one of those groups that if you just kind of step back and look at what you're doing, the answer sometimes will be right there. Service that in for Cumberland. Cold. It did seem like a very long train. Either that or we're both speeding so fast it just can't see me. I think we were speeding a little bit, to be honest. All right, we're almost there. Then we're gonna hang that hard left. Everybody hang on. The G-forces are gonna get you as we slow down and go up the hill. It's gonna be a doozy. See if we can get another picture. Ooh, do we get a picture? Oh, yes, we got another picture. I like it. Alright, we turn it down. I like it. I really do. One day, I want to get a picture of every locomotive that I drive in the game. Even if it's like the most ugliest looking locomotive, I don't care. I want a picture of everything I drive with a scrapbook. Or my digital scrapbook. So yeah, I don't know what time I'll start streaming tomorrow. I may do it first thing in the morning, or I may do it a little bit later in the morning. It just depends on how I feel when I get up tomorrow. I may try to sleep in a little bit, but who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some freight on Demister Corridor. That's one of those, I think, kind of overlooked things on that route. All right, back down to 55. We're almost to Hinton. We're getting there. Let's take a look at what's happening Oh yeah, listen. The 4400s are just kind of like laughing at this whole thing. They're just like, they don't even seem like they're really being put to the test here. That's a really nice emergency. Although if I could have put the livery, it would have been the classic livery like I have here on the SD40 with gray and blue. I like that. I don't know why, I just do. Every service I run, that's my go-to livery. I don't know why. I like it. All right. Okay, sportsman. We're almost there. Everybody grab your popcorn. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be easy. Should be 500 points once we pass the Via location. Just go ahead and drop the speed. I'm not going to even hit the brakes because we're just going to let that speed kind of drain off here because we got a 35 coming up. Bam. All right, here we go. Now things are going to get really interesting. Oh, there's some classic livery. Yeah, there we go. Got the beautiful blue, gray, yellow livery. I like that. Hats off to you, other service going the other way. You did it right. You got the good livery. Okay. Now we should be settling in for the long haul of 12 miles to Vance, which is right there. Little horseshoe area right there. I think, if I could ever get up there, I could confirm it. But Vance is like the best place to go train marching on the Sand Patch grade. Although I think they only have 4 services. There's not a lot of train action, but still, if you can get up there whenever they're coming through, it's got to be something interesting to see. Now it's going to go from 35 to 30, and then eventually it's going to go from 30 to 25. So we're going to make these locomotives work. Let's see how things are at the back end. They're still kind of like, they're just probably sitting back here drinking coffee, you know, laughing their butts off. We're up here doing the hard work. Eventually, I think once we come around the curve here, at some point there should be a tunnel that we're going to snake through. Should be coming up. That was right there. Maybe it's just a little bit away. But anyway. Yeah, now we're going to drop down to 30, and I think we should hit 25. So, yeah. Oh, get but I know I think that we're going to go up almost 2%. I think, if I remember correctly. Well, it almost seemed like there was a little lull in the power there. That's interesting. Go fly fishing there, and just fishing in general. It'll be a good fishing spot maybe. Alright, so we're 45 minutes roughly, we're 47 minutes into our stream, but we're probably got literally 45 minutes into our trip up the hill here. Part of it is we didn't get going right away. We did check all our switches, and we made our list and checked it twice. We found out who was really marketing us. So that's okay. So we're doing pretty good, I think. So again, Mance, we got a lot of distance, right? So that 10 miles still, I think, is not is it 10 or? I'm saying 10, but that looks like more than 10 way over there. But anyway, so that 10 miles is subjective because I think that's a straight line distance. By the track, by the route, I think we've got more than 10 miles until we're in the woods. So when you're playing this route, think about that your distances until you get close to your destination or your via route is not, it's suspect. Okay. It's not, I don't think that's a legit, it's probably going to say 10 for a while because we're going to be going back and forth until we get to Mance. So always remember that it's a bit subjective. Because it's going to take a bit to get to the Mance, I think. Now the cool thing is, let me turn off this light real quick. The cool thing is, if you didn't notice it, and I'll let it shine here when the alerter goes off. Watch this little box right here. Check that out. It's amazing to me. I mean, we got it all the way up in notch 8 to the throttle. We're steadily climbing this 1.5% grade uphill, and it feels like we're going quicker than that. I don't know why. I mean, we're cutting through this like butter on a... Oh, there it goes. So, yeah, there was a little red flash right there. I'll let him show it again. So, that's the cool thing. We'll just turn off all this so you can see it. We want to acknowledge that, of course, we want to acknowledge it as quickly as possible because we don't want the trip on a 1.5% grade. Trust me, we do not want this train to stop for any reason if we could help it. I know I'm being a bit overly optimistic here that we are not going to be... Alright, so we should have greens all the way. Come on, Reloaded. Oh, there it goes. See? So it's flashing. Hit the B button and it's all good. So there you go. I just noticed that and I was like looking and I hadn't seen that. I probably wouldn't have been paying attention to that. Okay, so let's see. How are we doing? We're making our way. So, oh, I got another viewer. Hey, Amela, how are you? Welcome. So yeah, we gave Evan's service a little try. We got moving, so I think it's just a matter of making sure the banking comms are on and all that. But that's okay. So we're just making our way up the hill here. Oh, good. How are you? I'm good. Good, thank you, Mella. Evan's misfortune gave me the opportunity gave me the encouragement to do a video today. So, yeah. Well, he did this. He dropped off the SD40, which does have people prefer to kind of do something else. So we're doing the service with the SD40. Ooh, wow. The tree just clipped us. Somebody needs to turn that tree back. Yeah, my face would have been sticking out there. Ooh, that would have been ugly. Somebody needs to do a little bit of landscaping here on the sand patch grade. So, yeah. I think that's really what it was, and then it's just getting the power down, getting moving, and then kind of coming back off the power, because otherwise you're just going to get a lot of wheel slip. You could try to throw some sand down, maybe, to help out with the grip. I don't know if that would really help on a sunny day, because that sand might, it's almost like you're just putting down glass, possibly. So, yeah. I'm impressed though. We are doing really good on this route, on this particular service. I mean, we've got it pegged about. We've been pretty constant at 28 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm impressed. We've not had any. It goes 27, 28. It kind of flip-flops back and forth, but yeah, we're oh no, Millis here. Run, Josh, run! She can't get us both at the same time. That's okay. So yeah, we're going back down to 30. We did go up to 35 there for a bit, but we're going back down to 30 here. Doing okay. I was expecting a lot more of a struggle. And I think that's the surprising thing about sand patch grades sometimes is you expect, if you've run it a few times, you're like, oh, it's going to be one of those, things. And, oh, Kai just came in. I guess he just followed me. Kai, you still here? Say hello if you're still here, Kai. Now I have 5 followers. 5 5 followers on Twitch. Greatly appreciate that. Now isn't this interesting? We're gonna go back up to 35 again here shortly. And then probably not long after that we're gonna go back down to 30. That's okay. That's okay. We're almost, I think this is the area where it kind of flattens off for a bit, and then we're gonna go back up the grade again. It's gonna get, I think this time is when it starts to get a little bit steeper. We'll come off the throttle just a tad, just to kind of give the engine a break. It's working hard. We're doing all the hard work up here. But it's worth doing. I've come to the conclusion that Sandpatch Grade is a rude, don't tell me model bus is so bad. Yeah, I got an idea. I might run the F7 on. Yeah, I think that would be interesting to see what happens with that, Josh. Certainly. I mean, that might be a pretty interesting challenge. No doubt. Actually, even the older SD40 would be interesting too, I think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Pittsfield. I mean, I'm looking forward to a Rosa line too, don't get me wrong, but I'm looking forward to the scenery of the Rosa, I won't lie. But I am really looking forward to the scenery of Pittsfield as well. And Cane Creek. I'm really looking forward to Cane Creek as well. Although, I think... No. Yeah, no. We don't want him on the Twitch. No. I don't need that kind of negativity in my stream. No. He has his opinions, as he's entitled to them, but this is a Sandpatch Grade stream. Sandpatch Grade stream, and we're going to enjoy it for what it is. Alright, so, yeah, we're making our way. So, no, we prefer to have people who appreciate Sandpatch Grade or any of the freight routes, you know, that's what this is for, you know. It's something to enjoy, and, you know, if you don't like it, then that's okay. Oh, we got still stuff in the tunnel. So there's 2 locomotives coming down the hill from like those are the banking locomotives that were on another service. So that's what those 2 at the back end are going to do once we get past Mance and stop at our area, and then we're going to let those 2 locomotives go. And what I'm going to do, well, I thought about it. What would it be like if I ran all the way back there and did it reverse? That's a long run. We'll pop off, you know, we'll just use the camera to uncouple it. Well, yeah, we're going to do it that way because that train is ridiculously long. That's a long run to get back there to those 2 locomotives. So no, we'll use the by, let the hill slow me down. I had no intention of touching the brakes. So anyway, yeah, I don't like hitting the brakes either if I can help it, but sometimes it just helps if you just come off the throttle, let nature do its thing with the uphill a little bit, and you'll start draining off a little bit of speed. Anyway. One of these nice bridges here over a little creek, river area. I really wish if they could find a way to put like some fishermen on the side of the river there, that would have been really cool. You know, or maybe you drive by and they wave at you, like probably people in real life do. But I know that's like an added thing that can cause problems in the game. It may cause something to crash or something. Yeah, that'd be a pretty neat thing. Alright, let's see how we're doing now. We're getting there. Hasn't really, honestly, it hasn't been that bad of a trip. What, so far? I mean, I know once we get on the other side, we start going downhill, that's when things are really going to get kind of crazy. But that's okay. If we speed a little bit, it happens. But we'll try to keep the speed under control. And we do have a dynamic brake. I've not used the dynamic brake on the SV40 before. So we'll see how that works. I wish I had a keyboard so I could do a flyby shot. The lights are all flashing. Ooh-wee, that's awesome. Just wake the neighbors up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the route. Nobody takes a nap on Sandpatch Grade when I'm driving through. Up to 50. Huh. I don't think that's legit. The dynamic brake is pretty useless at the moment because Dovetail Games broke all the dynamics on pretty much all the current American content. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that, Josh. Appreciate that. Learn something new all the time. It's a good thing. So we've been streaming for just over an hour now. And our trip up the mountain continues unabated. I like that. maybe that's the other thing I'm gonna do tomorrow after I stream. I want to watch the movie Lamar with Steve. I haven't watched it in a while. Oh, I'm almost halfway through season 2 of Get Shorty on Amazon Prime. I like that show. Chris O'Dowd really did a great job, I think. Really funny. I always gotta laugh at people trying to back up, you know, darn near empty parking lot. I mean, the way they drive sometimes is just, what did you post, Mela? What is that? What did you post? I know it's a link, but a link to what? Oh, 40 seconds. Oh, that's fine. Well, I mean, nobody in on the YouTube channels would see that later on anyway. It's only here in the, yeah. No, that's fine. I just wasn't sure. If you're gonna post links, just make sure you tell me what it is ahead of time so I can say yay or nay, please. But no, that's fine. So I haven't gained enough stuff on here on Twitch because a lot of my videos have started being deleted. Oh, look at this intermodal service. Look at that. That's nice. All those boxes, those trailers, stuff on the trailers. Yeah, that's pretty cool. How are we doing now? Yeah, we're almost there. So I'm curious to see where I almost think our stopping points can either be down here somewhere or maybe over here? Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Turbo spin up and it just, oh man, it's really nice. Let's see how things are. Yeah, those AC 4400s just don't seem like they're really being bothered. We're doing all the hard work up here. The AC 4400s just kind of like, this is nothing. What else you got for us? Let's see if we can get up here almost 40. That should make this last bit of the journey to Nance go a little bit quicker. I remember when I ran all over this route looking for collectibles. Oh my goodness, it was a doozy. That was something else. That's That's the one thing I do enjoy. And I made this for a roast. Well, let's see what kind of collectibles they got. I may just do like a video, and that's all we do is just we go find the collectibles. Try to find them without a guide. I know the stations that we have will have maps. I'm kind of guess here that we'll probably have to remove logs from the side of the line. Maybe some broken lights or broken signal boxes or something. Or maybe mend some fences or something like that. But yeah, maybe that's one of those things I'll do, because a lot of people don't do that. What they do is they go well, there is somebody else who does that. I'll put my own spin on it. What the heck, what? Yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun. Alright, we'll cut that distance down. Yeah, because at least then, because, you know, I usually go to the Steam website and find the guides when people post. They'll post a picture of the collectible, and they'll put, like, the, marker, they'll have their little thing on the map, like, like that, right? And they do a screenshot, they put a quote. But the problem is that a lot of times you don't know which side of the track that they're on, so you kind of like, well, I'll go over one side. Sometimes, you may be looking over here, and it's really over there. So yeah, we'll do maybe a video on that one day. Just go trophy hunting or collectible hunting or whatever. Something different. Losing just a bit of speed, but not too much. We're still up there in notch 8, but yeah, we're doing okay. Mance is getting closer and closer. So yeah, once I get the Rosa line, I don't think I'm going to get it this Thursday. I'm going to wait till I get paid the following Thursday, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll do one day we'll do a video with the tutorial. We'll take our time with that. Then we'll do maybe one scenario, and then we'll do another video where we'll go find collectibles. See what we can do without a guide. If you want to join me at the same time, you can do that as well. Kind of do a group tour, do a stream, and whoever wants to join in and go collectible hunting at the same time, you're more than welcome to. And that you could be in the chat, and then once you've got it, then we can keep moving along. That way, helps everybody. And if you see something that we miss, you can shout it out in the chat and say, hey, no, I found this other thing too. So I do like getting my collectibles. It's always a fun thing. Because the other good thing about that is you actually get to see a bit more of the route, running around looking for all that stuff, I think. I mean, this is a long route, and running, because there are plenty of times I went from one spawn location to the next, just running in between looking for stuff, And a huge route like this, that takes a lot of time. And it didn't help, like the hard hats were, oh man, those are difficult to find. And one of them like for the longest time was behind an invisible wall, but you couldn't get to it. And it took a while, and they finally were able to move it so you could collect it. That was the last thing I think I needed. Everything else I had found, that was the last collectible. Once I got that, then I got my, well, I don't know if I got an achievement for that or not on Xbox. I don't remember. Now, the cool thing is, well, cool, I guess. So when I do get a PlayStation, one of these days, I am going to, basically we're going to have to do everything all over again. So, all the tutorials, everything, because I'm on an Xbox. If you buy the game, if you get a PlayStation, it's not like they see it as everything you've done goes over to the PlayStation. It doesn't work that way. So, yeah. So we're gonna be starting from scratch on Train Sim World 20, on Train Sim World 2, not 2020, Train Sim World 2. So, yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. There shouldn't be any lag or anything like that. Although there's still some issues, but on average, the newer consoles, I want to get one only because, well, one of the reasons why I want to, because then I can be on the farm which help out here and there. But at the same time, I mean, it's still going to be pretty expensive. I can get an Xbox Series S for a heck of a lot cheaper than a PlayStation 5. That's the truth. And I wouldn't have to buy games all over again. That's the only thing that I'm torn up about, is I have to basically buy the games all over again. That's extra money. Whereas if I get an Xbox Series S, all I have to do is, log in, and everything will kind of populate over on the cloud. So that's my only concern. Wow, we're doing really good. That's right there. Well, let's see what happens when we get to the point. Oh, I got 4 viewers now. Thank you all for joining. Greatly appreciate that. I don't know who else besides Josh and the Miller here. Who else is here? If you want to say hi in the chat, feel free to do so. I don't know if you're a new viewer or returning viewer. If you wanted to say hi in the chat, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's perfectly fine as well. We're almost halfway through this service on the Sandpatch grade, taking these SD40s up the hill, doing this manifest service. And at the back end, we have 2 AC 4400s who don't seem to be bothered at all about this trip. I mean, they've a little bit of smoke there out of the engines, but they don't seem to be too bothered. So, doing a 377 livery because yes. Okay, Josh. That sounds good. Hopefully it looks good. I'm sure you'll post pictures in the Discord when you're done. Show off how it looks. The question is it gonna be really posh looking, or is it gonna be kind of like, No, it's pink. It's not pink before you ask. Okay. Well, I mean, if it was, it is. That's what you got. That's what you got. That's okay. No big deal. Some people like their pink-colored trains. Nothing wrong with that at all. If that's what you like, that's what you like. That's okay. Alrighty, here we are. Now we're starting to. Let's get back up to notch 8 and try to pick up the speed again. Now let's see if those AC 4400s are going to be bothered. See if they can be bothered to answer the call. Post office, I think that's the post office. Okay, so 3.1 miles. Let's see if I was right in guessing where we're going to stop. Yeah, that wasn't too far off. Nice. I guess those AC 4400s answered the call because we picked her right back up to 25 miles an hour. And we were at 19 miles an hour just a short time ago. I like it. Man, this is really awesome. So that our stop point shouldn't take us long to get there, quite honestly. We are just cooking. We're cooking with butter and Crisco. And vegetable oil. This is really spectacular. I like this. I'm really glad I did this. I'm happy. I really am. I know that's going to sound kind of goofy, but this game surprises me sometimes. What's cooking? Us coming up the hill. We haven't really struggled, Josh. That's what I mean. We let off the gas a little bit. We get right back on there. The AC 4400s are somewhat bothered, but I guarantee if I go back there, it's going to be kind of like they're sleeping, but still giving us the juice we need. That's what I mean. We're just slicing through here like it's no big deal. That's what I like. So, but from there on, from here, our stopping point to there, it's going to be a downhill trip, and that's when that's when things are going to get interesting. Now we're losing a bit of speed. Oh, I guess I gave the AC 4400s too much credit. Come on, 4400s. We're in notch 8. You guys need to be at least full throttle getting us pushed up the hill here. Oh, they got the car carriers. Look at that. Oh, boy. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that livery. You guys are doing it right. You got the right livery on there. So I think really where we're at coming up here, I think that's pretty close to the summit, or that's the summit there. So it should flatten out, and then it should, once we get moving again, we'll see it start to go downhill. So what we'll do to get moving, we'll get a little bit of throttle going, and then we're just going to kind of coast it. We're just going to have to keep an eye on the brakes. So, oh, here comes the tunnel. I think that's a fairly long tunnel too. Yep, that's a long one. It's a biggin. It's a biggin tunnel. Lost in the dark, oh no! Just under a mile and a half to get to our stopping point, and then we're going to release the two 4400s. I'm just going to pop out, use the camera. I'm not going to try to run all the way back there. That would take forever. So we don't need to do all that. Then I think after this is over, I'm going to go into chill mode for the rest of the night. Take a break. Maybe watch something on Amazon Prime or something. I don't know. I watched Bull Durham the other day. Really good movie. Love that one. It's kind of funny. Oh, let me turn the light on now. Oh, there it is. All right, let's get off the throttle here, because before we know it, we're going to be at our stopping location, and we don't want to do what? We don't want to run a red light by accident. So we're going to get on the brakes just a bit too, and kind of get ourselves under control, because yeah, we are now coming downhill. We can go outside because half the train's still in the tunnel. Alright, now we can. Up and over the overpass we go. Alright. So yeah, now the cool thing is, look, that should be our brake system right there, where this chain is and everything. So when we actuate it, let's see that. No? What? I was expecting some brake. Oh, there it went. Yep, that's it. There we go. Yep. I was right. Now the good thing is, there is a red, but it's not like it's a couple miles away from the stop point, so we'll be okay. We'll be okay. right. I love that color. I don't know why. It's different. I like to be different. I don't like to run where everyone else runs. Through our stop here. But that's okay, we're going to slow down in time. I think. I hope. Golly. I've got every brick known to humankind on this thing, and it's not. All right, there we go. Ooh-wee. That was a doozy. All right. Okay. So, we're going to go back here. Come right here. These two nice trains go. Bam. All right. Wow, that's a good view. Okay. All right. So let's get back in here, get everything. Alright, so we should kind of just start moving on our own here, I think. Yep, there it goes. Look at that. Didn't even take long. Wow. That's awesome. I've been talking this entire time and didn't even realize I was on, on mute. I've been talking to myself the entire time. All right, so here's what we did. We let go of the two AC 4400s. We're on our way. We're keeping our train under control with the speed. I've got just a little bit of the standard brake applied. This one, the automatic brake, 42%. That seems to be working pretty good. I'll let it go here in a second, and we'll probably pick speed back up again. It took a little bit of time getting stopped at our stopping point, but we were able to get stopped. That's the important thing. We didn't run any red lights or whatever, so that's good. And what's pathetic, Josh? What, that I didn't realize I was talking to myself this entire time, that I was on mute? It happens. It's okay. Good thing I checked. I didn't even realize it. I don't know when I did that, to be honest. I just happened to look down at my controller and realize it was on mute. Oh well, it happens. It's no big deal. Yeah, overall, this hasn't been a bad deal. This hasn't been a bad service, to be honest. It's not been too problematic, or we haven't run into any major issues, so yeah, we're doing okay. I like to reiterate that this route is challenging, but it's rewarding. We'll get back on the brakes here just a bit. I mean, we're not, that's the crazy part. It's not like we're going down like a huge percentage grade right now. You know, we're less than 1%. We're at 0.8%. Hey, Mr. Addies is in the house. Mr. Addies! Welcome to the stream. We're almost done. We just got to get through Salisbury, and then we'll be at Rockwood, so you can come and hang out and enjoy. So, Josh, oh no, that's all right, Josh. So, I'm good. Sorry you had such a hard time earlier today with your farm there, Mr. Addies. I was trying to give you directions through the chat. That obviously was not very easy. So I'm glad Ryan was able to come in and help you out. If I'd been, you know, if I had a PS4 and I had the time, I would have tried to jump in and give you a hand. But yeah, come on in and just hang out and enjoy. I know you were, Mr. Addies, and I could tell. That's why I was trying to remind you you were kind of putting yourself down, and that doesn't serve any purpose. And, you know, I don't think many people are going to want to watch your stream when that happens. That's just my 2 bits on it. But you know, it's easy to feel like you're not getting things or whatever. You know, in most video games, when things don't seem apparent or whatever, it's easy to get frustrated. So I can sympathize with that. I'd go through it myself sometimes. But yeah, don't put yourself down, because nobody's gonna hear that in your stream. I think most people like to come and just have a happy experience in the stream. That should be the, and I think that's your intention, Mr. Adams. But you know, there's always a learning experience with games, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Not at all. We got a little bit of time left on this stream, and you know, you can just chill and watch and hang out, relax, put your feet up, whatever. I didn't even think about making a video today until Evan was telling me about his problems with the SD40, and I'm like, oh, I'll take that challenge. But I don't think he wasn't trying to challenge me. But you know, I like trying to figure out what's going on this reel. Because you know, I hope, there's always my hope that if people watch, you know, these videos, that they learn something, that they can go back and watch it and go like, oh, I forgot to do this. You know, I love sharing this route with people. I know not everybody likes it, but it's okay. It is what it is. But you're more than welcome to be here, Mr. Addies. Just take a load off and relax. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Plus, you know, your new love interest was in the chat, so that's good. Congratulations. Hopefully you're happy with her. Alright, we're almost at Salisbury. Salisbury steak. That's what we're cooking, Josh. Salisbury steak. Alright. Almost at our via point. I don't think we're going to have any more tunnels. I'm going to turn that light off. We don't really need it. Go a little bit downhill here, going into Salisbury with some Rockwood fries. There you go. That does sound good, Josh. That does sound good. Can't remember the last time I had Salisbury steak. Been a while. Ooh, look at that nice RV. He's going faster than me. I think he's speeding. And a Cumberland sausage. I don't know about all that. A Salisbury steak and some fries. That sounds good, though. Maybe a cold pint to wash it down with. I don't know. Alright. Mr. Addy's give up and pass out or something? I lost a viewer. Josh is here. Bella's here. I don't know. Mr. Addy's might have given up and gone to bed or something. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Did he message me? Oh. I think he's... No. I don't know. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So, let's see. We have a whopping 6.7 miles to Rockwood Main No. 1. Our destination for this evening. We're beginning our descent. What? Oh, you are here. Okay, so I don't know. People are popping in and out. I've only got, it says 2 viewers. But anyway, that's fine. No, you're fine, Mr. Addies. I thought you had dropped out. Because I had 3 viewers and then somebody left. So, that's all. People come, people go. Where they stop, nobody knows. Yeah, we are beginning our initial descent into Rockwood. Drink your drinks, eat your eats. Strap in, it's going to be a bumpy ride right into Rockwood. I don't think it's... No, catch some steelhead trout up there or something. Alright. Yep, we're just going to go zigzagging in, and we're going to stop right there. It looks like there's a train waiting for us to get to a certain point so they could leave. Don't know what that's all about. Let's get on the throttle here and hit a little bit of speed back up. Why not? Oh, listen to that glorious sound. Oh, I got 5 viewers now. Everybody's here. Mr. Addies, what? Oh God, what, Mr. Addies? What's the problem now? What are you oh Godding about? What's wrong? What you fussing about? There ain't gonna be no fussing in my stream. This might be the most people I've had at one time watching the stream. I don't know who all else is in here. Whoever else is in here, you can say hi in the chat if you want. Maybe Richard's watching. Maybe Kai. Let's see who else. I don't know who else it would be. Well, everybody's welcome. We're almost done with the service here, so hopefully we don't spat it at the end. bit of brake on. I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed. We've not really had, except for early on, when things were kind of slow leaving Cumberland, we haven't had any speeding issues. The brakes haven't been a problem. I'm thoroughly impressed. This has been quite the nice journey. The AC 4400 has really helped out at the back end when we were coming up the grade. Didn't seem to be much of an issue at all. Yeah, it's been good. Good times. So we got 5 viewers to watch the trip here into Rockwood Main No. 1. Let's see, where are we looking at on the map here? Yeah. I'm still in a lot of pain on my side. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's, you might need to go see a doctor or something. Maybe if that keeps persisting, you might have some issues you need to get addressed. I hope you don't have kidney stones, or hope you don't have appendicitis or something like that. But I would think that if it keeps up tomorrow, you can't sleep and it keeps up tomorrow, you might need to go see a doctor or something. That's just my guess. At the minimum, you need to either do an X-ray or an ultrasound of your side to see what's going on. Maybe both. I'd probably do an X-ray and an ultrasound. Maybe you got an alien growing inside you. I'm kidding. I hope everything's okay, Mr. Adams. But maybe, just maybe, if I were you, I would lay off the Red Bulls for a bit. I would drink plenty of water. You might be a little bit dehydrated too. Possibly. Yeah, I would kick the Red Bull habit for a while or for good, because that stuff's not good for you. I know it tastes good, or at least you think it does, but no. Oh, I guess 2 viewers got bored. I don't know who they were, but yeah, I would. I think that would be a good strategy, is to lay off the Red Bulls. We're slowly making our way there. Now, I think, let's zoom in on our stop point. So, we have to stop like right on that, or within, we can't stop like back here. But we also want to be cognizant of that right there. That red light will bite us in the backside if we're not careful. So we'll so yeah, this has been a good trip. Good service. Hope Richard's okay. Yeah, I think he's just got a headache. Hopefully he's gonna be fine in a couple days. He probably just needs to rest as well. I'm sure he'll be back streaming soon. I'm sure he needs a little bit of break too. So it's okay. All right, we're getting there. It's time to put the seats and tray tables to the fully upright position. Make your last run to the bathroom. Otherwise, you're gonna have to hold it until we hit Rockwood. I tell you what, other than when we kind of went past our stop marker way back yonder, after we passed Mance, the brakes have actually been pretty good. I'm surprised. I would have expected it to be a little bit worse with the what do you call it, with the AC 4400s gone, using that extra stopping power, but it hasn't been bad at all. So yeah, it's been a really enjoyable service. Good times. I will upload this video once I'm done. I'll get it going, and it'll premiere on my YouTube channel probably about 4 a.m. East Coast time, which will be about 8 o'clock in the morning UK time. So if you've missed it here on the live stream, have you done a stream on YouTube yet? No, I cannot stream directly to YouTube, Mr. Adams, because Xbox does not allow that. So yeah, I stream to Twitch first, and then I just load it to YouTube. And when I get my PlayStation 5 at some point, I'm going to do the same thing. I can't. I don't want to live stream on YouTube. If I do anything directly to YouTube, it'll be still a premiere. I won't live stream on YouTube. It's too. I can't. I don't want to deal with the live chat and all that other silliness. So I prefer to do it this way. You know, if a few people come in and watch and hang out, that's fine. I'm not looking to have like 2,000 or 3,000 people follow me, quite honestly, because then then I got to start looking at who can be moderators, all that kind of stuff, and it's just sometimes that's more of a headache than anything else. So I do prefer. Hey Kai, how are you? I do prefer for it to be the way it is now. It's a little bit easier for me to manage. I can still interact if anybody wants to come in and chat. I can look at the chat and say hi and all that. But yeah, no, I don't really want to go crazy. Like if I'll join somebody else's live stream, I'm good, thanks, Kai. Glad to hear you're okay. Despite all the stuff going on at your school, glad you're okay. They're just zipping by. Oh, they got I know why they're zipping by, because they got the correct livery in front of their train. That's what it is. So there's another manifest service. Is that the one that was waiting for you? Rockwood? Yeah. I guess so. Wow. That's crazy. They're hauling down there. That was nice. Well, that's what happens when you get the right livery on your front locomotive. What was I saying? But yeah, no, I just enjoy doing these. I'm not trying to be like a big time YouTuber or anything like that. I just, I like doing this. I like having fun with the game. If there's things I can do, if somebody's stuck, that I can make a video to help them get unstuck. you know, that's perfectly fine. You know, it's, of course it's easy. I could have just come in and showed, you know, we could have gotten moving and I said, oh, that's it. I'd rather do the service as well because it does need to get done. So, you know, might as well rack up the miles. And I don't think, it's been a while since I ran an SD40. So, but yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know when exactly, what time. I may try to get it done in the morning. We'll start off on Peninsula Corridor. We're going to do freight with the GP38, the Union Pacific livery GP38 on Peninsula Corridor, and then we're going to go over to Southeastern High Speed and do a Class 66 freight service on that route, and then we're going to go over to Reverse Ignored and do freight service on that route. So yeah, tomorrow is, since I didn't get to do my freight stuff on Saturday, tomorrow is going to be a freight day. This is just a bonus sort of thing. So, yeah, if you watch the beginning, you just take your time. I think having the banking comms on helped out significantly, getting us moving. So it's always something that can be overlooked. So if you just kind of go through what I did at the very start, you shouldn't have any issues. And if you do, just take your time and walk back through it. It's okay. It's really not a race. Just enjoy it. All right, we're about a mile out from Rockwood. So, yep, there we are. We're right outside the rest of the way. Enjoy the sunshine and sand patch grade. A little bit of cloud, but not too bad. It's not overcast. It's not snowing. It's not raining. It's a beautiful day. Get a little bit of brake on just because. This lazy right-hander here. But no, the other thing I was going to say too is once I do get my PS5, I'll join other people's live streams. I just won't live stream myself on YouTube. With all the issues that we've had in Richard's stream, for instance, lately, I can't have that, and I don't really want to take any chances. So no, this is a good way. I enjoy sharing this game this way, and just downloading it onto my computer and then putting it on YouTube. I can premiere it later on. Yeah. So yes, this service was supposed to take 90 minutes, but as I always like to say, Dovetail Games took us out to dinner and made us pay the bill. They're not honest with the about the. Well, we'll just go to Taco Bell. No, they want to go to a fancy restaurant. They want to go to Ruth's Chris and stick us with the bill. No, it's fine. I never really look at the amount of time that it says to complete the service because I don't think that's very realistic. All right. So once we pass this yellow, we should see the next one should be red. Let's see what the signals look like when we come around the corner. Now, I'm perplexed why it shows the 55 mile an hour speed limit sign after the stop sign. That doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and get on the brakes a little bit more so we avoid from what happened earlier. We don't want to. Thanks, Guy. Appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. Yeah, after this light here, let's see if we can figure this out. So it looks like there's a double yellow there, so that should mean that the red is the next signal, if I understand that correctly. All right, now, before I do anything else, you know what needs to happen? Before I forget, we're going to save our progress. There was a problem saving the game. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, boy. All right, so we have to be really careful since we couldn't save it. Oh, man. Okay. Huh, that's kind of neat that they have this round. So I don't know if I ever really looked at that before. It's kind of cool. Oh, then it just turned red. Okay, so we gotta be extra careful coming in here to our stopping area here. Wow, that's like it sped up and then. Oh, that was kind of weird. Alright, let's get off the brakes here. Wow, that's strange. It's like. It doesn't seem like it takes much to get this thing going again. Like, look, it just jumped right back up to 5. Wow. Something was not right. Wow, that is really crazy. Oh, I tried saving it, Mr. Adams, and it wouldn't let me save it. I always save, especially on this route, when you go in. Wow. That was weird. Only because, in case I spat it, that way I don't have to start all over again. Brakes seem to be acting up or something. I don't know what's going on. See? It's like I just suddenly just pushes me ahead. Alright, well we made it. Hey Mick! Welcome! Slack action, yes. That's it, Josh. Yeah, we just finished. We got a gold. Woo, look at that. 1 hour and 54 minutes to complete that. Just slightly over the 5 or 90 minutes that they say it will take. But yeah, we managed to do it. So there we go. It can be done. It just takes patience and taking your time gold color silver. Thanks, Josh. That's the most thing. That's anything I can, or if there's anything I can tell you about this route, be patient. Take your time setting up stuff, and you'll be okay. Yeah, like you saw that slack was just hitting us constantly, and so it was pushing the train forward. So we stopped right where we needed to be. So there we go. All right, so that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for coming in, Mick. I'm sorry you came in at the end, but that's okay. Glad you're here. So please hit the follow if you want. Oh, you did. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I will see you guys tomorrow sometime on Peninsula Corridor. We're going to take that nice, lovely, good, and Rob, see ya. Yeah, take care, Josh. Catch you next time. See you, Mick. So yeah, we'll be on tomorrow, GP38 Peninsula Corridor to kick things off. Okay? I will catch you all later. Take care and have a great night, morning, whatever the case may be. All right.